This is Watch Your Style. Today's review is going to be on the Porsche 2019 GT2 RS. So how do you make the Porsche GT lineup better? Well, it's simple. You just add more power and reduce weight. This particular one has the WISIC package, which has the carbon fiber roof, the hood, and the wing. I mean, pretty much it's loaded with carbon fiber everywhere. The first thing that you realize when you look at this car compared to a standard GT3 is it just looks bigger. I'm not sure if it is bigger or just looks bigger, but it definitely looks beefier. Maybe it's all the flares and the added wings and all the, stuff that it has all over the place. But the car definitely looks beefier and stronger. So some of the first things that catch your eye when you look at this car is the red Alcantara accents everywhere. The particular spec of this model came with the silver carbon fiber everywhere on the exterior, but the inside is loaded with the red accent. I mean, I for one like it. I mean, I think it's the exact touch that gives this car the interior and make it pop. It comes with the bucket seats, which for me is both a love and hate relationship. Because look how cool they look, man. It's just loaded with carbon fiber, and I feel like that's the word I'm gonna use the most in this review. But the only thing about it is that although when you sit in these chairs, it feels like it hugs you in a full-blown race car, I don't know, I guess I kind of like my whole adjustment of my seat. That's the only thing that I feel that it's missing in the interior. Now the engine's really where it's all at. It's a 3.8 liter flat six twin turbo. It's got 700 horsepower and 500 and some change foot-pounds of torque. I mean, this thing is a beast, I can't explain how a Turbo S launches. Now I can only imagine what this does. It's just a whole nother animal with a lot more power and less weight. Now some of the things that catches my attention with these cars is, of course, you don't see the engine. That's because the engine's under this cover and the bumper. But some of the instant details that I noticed on this particular model was, check this out. Look at the hinges of this back lid. I mean, even the hinges are made out of carbon fiber to save weight. When you compare them to the standard GT3, it just tells you completely how much more engineered these parts for these cars are, that even the hinges are made different to reduce weight. Now, how about that wing? I mean, there's something about the RS edition on these cars that just the wing talks to me. I mean, don't get me wrong. The wing on the standard GT3 is nice as well. But how about that wing? I mean, it's just chopping. Look at this thing. For me, out of the RS series of both the GT3 RS and the GT2 RS, one of my favorite details that it has is this ridiculous wing. But it's not just ridiculous, like almost like you just slap this big ass wing on a car. It doesn't belong. The wing belongs on this car and it looks right. Looking at them both from the rear, you realize that the GT2 RS just seems wider, bulkier if not. It just looks a lot more dominant, especially when you have them side by side. Check out those details, man. Look how this whole scoop right here has this whole carbon plate with the third brake light right inside of there. It's like those little things to me that's the little things that get me. Now, the standard GT2 RS comes with the magnesium roof, but this one, being the WISIC package, comes with a carbon fiber roof. And I love how the hood and the roof play that whole detail of all exposed carbon with just a silver stripe in the middle. That's something that kind of gives it that look, that edgy look to it. Basically, exposed is almost the whole top half of the car. I mean, the only other thing I would have done is they should have maybe left this part right here exposed. But I mean, then again, they know what they're doing. The car looks perfect. Check out the bottom of that hood. I like how they chose to leave this exposed. Another thing is the emblem is actually painted or stickered on as opposed to an actual badge like the other GT3 right here. Mostly because of weight. I mean, these guys are reducing weight every single area that they can. Speaking of carbon fiber, check out that carbon fiber reservoir with the nice detailed GT2 RS cap for the intercooler. I mean, it's those little details, which is why these cars end up costing so much. Now, talking about price, This particular version right here has a sticker price of $340,000. But just like the RMs nowadays with the whole exclusivity, just like a Richard Mille, you'll be lucky if you can get one paying over retail. And over retail is gonna cost you $200,000 over sticker price. Now let's talk rubber. A standard GT3 comes with a 305 rear tire. This particular RS comes with a 325, and believe me, you're gonna need it. With the Weissach package, I wanna also mention that the wheels are made out of magnesium to reduce weight, of course. And that actually makes a whole big difference with the whole rotational maths and stuff. One thing I wanna tell you is never curb rash a set of wheels like this because it's gonna cost you a lot. Notice how every badge on this car is an adhesive sticker. It's never gonna be an actual badge because every little gram on this car is calculated. I mean, there's no secret that this car is the record holder at the Nürburgring. That's where they test every car to know and compete against each other in the lap times to know which is the fastest car. Another thing that I realized about this car is how high it sits. If you look at it, it sits a little bit higher than some of the other ones. A lot of that is because when this car is doing 200 miles an hour and all the downforce is pushing on it, it's probably gonna be sitting this low on the front chin spoiler on the ground. But right now, it kind of looks a little bit up. I mean, I for one like my cars a little bit lower down, but I understand that this has all been engineered purposely. Now, when we look at the car in the front end, the first thing you're gonna notice on a standard GT3 as opposed to a standard 911 is how aggressive the front looks. It's got all these gills, all these vents to suck in air. Now, let me tell you, when you look at the GT2 RS, it just looks like a whole different animal. I mean, what I think of when I first saw it was Darth Vader, believe it or not. Yes, the classic cheesy mask. It just has bigger ducts, wider chin spoiler. It just looks so raw and uncut. I mean, it just looks so choppy. It's out of hand. So one of the first things that I realized about this car, believe it or not, is how smooth it is. It actually feels very smooth and tight. I don't know, they've made some enhancements in the motor mounts and all these type of things on the 991.2 versions, but car just feels a lot smoother. Tight, of course, it's German. But, you know, so far I really haven't gotten on the power yet, but right off the bat, that's the first thing I noticed. And it does feel bigger. Even as I look over the hood, it feels bigger. Now, I love the feel of these carbon fiber paddle shifters. I mean, just kind of gives it that extra touch. Something about that carbon fiber that I'm just a sucker for. Believe it or not, the bigger this wing is, it's actually more rear view visibility than the standard GT3. On the standard GT3, I look out the back window and I just can't even see anything, to tell you the truth. I just see the window. But this one, since it's bigger and taller and thinner, I actually have more visibility. Now, as we get on the gears, oof. You can just feel the power, and I'm only on the gas about a third of the way. I don't even think this is the right conditions here to be putting it all the way down, but not to mention I still want to get used to the car and stuff, but right off the bat, you could just tell this is a track monster. I mean, that's where this car really thrives, is in the track. This is pretty much the closest thing you can buy to an actual race car that's street legal. Now, right around 3,000 RPMs is when you can really feel the turbos kick in. I mean, that's kind of like where you can feel it start to breathe and get that punch. The interior sound is exactly the same. I mean, it's got the same feel, a lot of road noise. Engine's a little bit quieter just because it's not screaming. Mostly the turbo engines are a little bit quieter. So in that aspect, it feels the same. Now, I don't know if it's the profile of the tire, perhaps, but I feel like it rides a little bit smoother. I don't know, but I just kind of feel that it's got a little bit more, and I know some of these guys are gonna kill me for saying this, but it kind of has a bit more of a Cadillac feel. So what's the conclusion? Is this the biggest, baddest of the bunch? Absolutely. I'll go ahead and say that this GT2 RS is like the AP Concept Tourbillon of the Porsche lineup. So feel free to comment below if you think I should trade in my GT3 for this GT2 RS. And also, hit the notifications bell till it looks like this. So if you like this video, please like and share. Also, subscribe to our channel. My name is Eric. Watch your style.